Welcome to Tales Beyond Time, where ancient stories come alive with lessons that echo through the ages. If you love tales of cunning, betrayal, and epic battles, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button and join us as we dive into a world of feathers and fury. Today, we begin the War of Wings, a saga of crows and owls locked in a deadly struggle. Let's soar into a tale that starts with blood and only gets darker from here. In the heart of an ancient forest, where towering trees stretched toward the sky, lay the great rookery, home to 1,000 crows, ruled by King Corvus, a leader of courage and wisdom. Their black feathers glinted under the sun, their sharp calls echoed through the wood, but harmony is fragile, and darkness was coming. On a moonless night, the owls struck, led by their ruthless king, Lord Nocturne. They descended like shadows, tearing through the rookery with razor-sharp talons and merciless beaks. Crows fell from their perches, wings broken, cries drowned in chaos. By dawn, the rookery was a graveyard of feathers and blood. Hundreds lay dead, and survivors bore wounds that would never heal. King Corvus stood atop the highest branch, feathers ruffled, eyes burning with sorrow and rage. Below, the surviving crows gathered, murmuring in fear and defiance. The owls had learned their numbers, their weaknesses, their home. Corvus knew they would strike again. Enough. Corvus called, silencing the crowd. We cannot weep forever. The owls know our heart. They will come again, and we must be ready. I call my wisest advisors. Tell me, how do we survive? 5 crows stepped forward. Talon, Swiftwing, Duskbane, they were the king's inner circle, minds that guided the flock through storms and scarcity. The council convened beneath a gnarled oak, the air thick with tension. Corvus turned to Talon, his oldest friend. What say you? How do we face an enemy so fierce? Talon's voice was calm. My king, the owls are mighty, their talons sharper, their eyes keener in the dark. The wise have said when an enemy is powerful, we must flee. Let us abandon the rookery and find a new home far from their reach. Murmurs rippled through the crowd, some nodding, others bristling. Corvus turned to Swiftwing. And you? What is your counsel? Swiftwing's eyes blazed. Flee! Never! To run is to grant the owls their wish, to make us a mockery. We must fight. Gather our strength. Choose warriors to guard our camp day and night. If the owls come, we'll meet them beak to beak. If God grants us victory, we triumph. If we fall blameless, fighting for our lives. The crowd cawed in approval, wings rustling. Corvus nodded, then looked to Duskbane. Your thoughts? Duskbane spoke softly, yet all listened. Neither flight nor battle serves us now. The owls are too strong. We must seek peace. Send prudent envoys to learn their intentions. If they demand tribute, let us pay it. Kings bow to mightier foes to save their people, preserving strength for another day. Ironclaw scoffed before Corvus could respond. Peace? Tribute? I say no. The wise do not bend to foes, lest they lose dignity and fall to ruin. We must endure hardship, stay vigilant, and arm ourselves. If the owls demand too much, we fight. Better to suffer than grovel. The crowd stirred, torn between pride and fear. Corvus turned to Shadowbeak, the quietest of the 5, whose eyes gleamed with a strange light. And you, Shadowbeak, war or peace? Shadowbeak's voice was low, almost a whisper. War with owls is folly. Their nature surpasses ours in strength. To fight without knowing our weakness is to court death. Yet peace risks betrayal. I fear their deceitful ways, their friendly faces, hiding ambushes. We must not fight nor trust. but plan, schemes and tricks can reach where talons cannot. Corvus leaned forward, intrigued. What scheme do you propose? Shadowbeak paused, glancing at the crowd. This must be spoken in secret, my king, for ears alone should hear it. Kings conquer through subtle plans, not open words. A single fool can ruin all, but a wise confidant brings victory. The crowd murmured, uneasy. Corvus rose, wings spreading. Enough, Shadowbeak. Come with me. The rest guard the rookery. We will return with a plan. The king and Shadowbeak flew to a secluded branch, hidden by thick leaves. Corvus fixed his advisor with a piercing gaze. Speak, Shadowbeak. What is this secret plan? And first, tell me, why do the owls hate us? So, Shadowbeak's eyes darkened. It began with a fool's words. My king, long ago, all birds gathered to choose a king. They favored an owl, praising his strength and night sight. But a crow Roshan senseless spoke against it. He mocked the owl, calling him hateful, foolish, a lover of ruins. His words spread, and the birds turned against the owl, driving him away. That owl was Nocturne, now their king. His hatred for us burns like fire, sown by that crow's tongue. Corvus's beak tightened. A single voice brought this upon us, and now Nocturne seeks our end. Yes, Shadowbeak said, but I have a plan to undo him. Not with war, which we cannot win, nor peace, which he'll betray. We must use cunning. Let me go to the owls, but not as your envoy. Make it seem you've cast me out, beaten and shamed. They'll take me in, thinking me a traitor. I'll learn their secrets, gain their trust, and strike when they least expect it. Corvus stared, wings still. You would risk your life among enemies. What if they see through your guise? Shadowbeak's gaze was steady. I know the risk, my king, but a crow's cunning is sharper than an owl's talon. Trust me, and we'll turn their strength against them. Refuse, and we face their wrath unprepared. Corvus paced the branch, the weight of his flock pressing on him. The owl's attack had left them vulnerable, and Nocturne's hatred promised more blood. Shadowbeak's plan was dangerous, a gamble with the flock's future. Yet doing nothing meant certain doom. Very well, Corvus said at last. We'll do as you say. Tomorrow, we stage your disgrace. You'll be beaten, your wings plucked, and cast out. The flock will believe you've betrayed us, but Shadowbeak fail, and we all perish. Shadowbeak, I will not fail, my king. As dawn broke, the rookery stirred. Corvus gathered the flock, his voice ringing out. Shadowbeak has defied me, counseling cowardice. He would have us grovel to the owls. For this, he is no longer one of us. The crowd gasped as guards seized Shadowbeak, striking him with beaks and claws. Blood stained his feathers, wings torn. He cawed in pain, dragged to the forest's edge and thrown beside a gnarled tree. The flock jeered, believing his betrayal. Corvus led them away, leaving Shadowbeak alone, battered but alive. Night fell, and the forest grew silent. Shadowbeak lay still, pain searing his body. Then, a rustle in the trees. Yellow eyes gleamed in the dark owls, watching. Lord Nocturne descended, his voice a low hiss. Who are you, crow? Cast out by your own, speak or die. Shadowbeak lifted his head, voice weak but clear. I am Shadowbeak, once confidant to Corvus. He shamed me for urging peace with you. Now I am nothing, unless you find use for me. Nocturne's eyes narrowed, talons glinting. Will he trust this broken crow, or tear him apart? The fate of the rookery hangs in the balance. That's it for today's episode of the War of Wings on Tales Beyond Time. Will Shadowbeak's cunning save the crows? Or has he flown into a trap? Subscribe now, hit that bell, and join us next time to find out if his dangerous plan unfolds or unravels. Until then, keep soaring beyond time.